Hi.
Well,
I'm
uh,
audible?
audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Cool.
Can we start?
Yeah. We can start.
Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Ask Me Anything session with Mr. Akula Adithya. Welcome, Mr. Akula Adithya.
Uh, Thank you for welcoming me here.
Okay,
Uh,
you can go ahead.
cool. Today, am I not audible? Am I
You are
audible?
audible. Yes,
Cool.
you are.
So today I'm here to actually talk about. No, someone says both are not audible. Rahul, can you check that? I mean, can someone else say, are we audible or not? Because you're not audible. We'll try to come up with something. Yeah?
I think my voice is audible.
Cool. I'll carry on. If it's not audible, guys, let me know again. Uh, hi. Okay. First, let me introduce why I'm here today. Today I'm here to talk about a particular course that is making rounds in present day, uh, called the Defense and Strategic Studies. Me being a part of it from the past 2 years, I mean, I'm presently being done with my course, an MA in Defense and Strategic Studies. Uh, I'm familiar with what actually the course is, and there have been a lot of you know propagandas and also pre-imaginative things about what this course is. So I just want to clarify regarding that, and I also want you guys to understand what this course actually means, and if you feel that it's right for you, I want you guys to join it. So first, let me start with what Defense and Strategic Studies course is. So the course, as the name suggests, talks about a lot of defense and regarding strategic studies and security studies as an aspect, including starts with the basics such as international relations and India's national security, and how, I mean, what kind of factors that come into as a part of nation security and also the world's security. So world governance and everything. It talks about various things that are related to how a nations communicate with each other, how nations behave with each other, and other aspects of international relations, as well as when it mostly focuses on defense side, which talks about defense production, defense expenditure, and a lot of other things that are a factor of defense. And you talk about Make in India program for defense productions, and also you talk about how defense things are being shared with the other countries. I mean, how we take it from other people. I mean, other countries. How do we trade with them? What kind of factors that come into as a part of trade? You have a lot of these things regarding defense, as well as other strategic studies part, security studies part. We also talk about history, from where, I mean, what kind of factors that have affected our policies and all. And you mostly talk about Cold War, because that is a very recent past that was very important, and that is what changes the whole dynamics of how the world actually functions and all. So, there are a lot of these things that we actually talk about in this. We talk about newer technologies like, cybersecurity, and also, the other newer technologies which are coming to as a factor of a nation's security, as a nation's strategy, drones and everything. But eventually, even though we talk about all of these things, this is more oriented towards what you call the subject in a subjective way, in a theoretical way. It doesn't focus on much on practical way, so you don't learn a lot of practical theory. It's totally theoretical. It's totally about how you understand, how you create a synergy between two different things, and how do you understand, how do you uh, propagate a particular idea here. That's all. It's all about theory. It's not about any practical applicability or nothing. The major other issue is people already have this thing in their mind that people who are pursuing a course in defense and strategic studies, they get jobs towards defense side and all. Sorry, that's a purely wrong assumption. You don't get any job from the defense side. And frankly speaking, the major jobs you get in this particular by doing this particular courses, mostly in the think tanks, or you might have to go for further study like PhD and all. So this is basically a completely research oriented study, and no, I hope people understand that this is not something that can get them into some kind of army or navy or air force. It's not doesn't let you give you defense jobs and all. But I'm pretty sure it gives you a clear idea of how the world functions. Because me being coming from a engineering background, see, I'm an engineering background. I still pursued MA Defense and Strategic Studies because I was having an interest towards defense. Though my first like preconception of this course was different, and somehow that course turned out to be a little more different, but still I was able to handle, I was able to understand. I mean, I was really interested to what we can explore in this particular course. So I hope that you guys also, when you come to this particular course, you will also explore more. And the thing is, this particular course also offers you a varied set of skills. I mean, it demands a varied set of skills basically. It's a multidisciplinary course, so any person from any kind of discipline. Me from an engineering background, even I see there is this misconception again that people from history or like who are having a bachelor's in the arts group will usually be able to understand the Master of Arts, Defense and Strategic Studies course. No, that's again a major misconception. So this course is actually multidisciplinary and it starts with basics. So I'm pretty sure you can cope up with it because I know because being from an engineering background, I cope up with it. So I'm pretty sure that others can also do this because it all starts with the basics anyway. Yeah, so there are other, I mean, regarding the course and all, if I should say the topics, what are, I mean, to be frankly, the subjects mostly we consider India's national security, global security, and conflict resolution. These are the like, basic first year, like theories of international relations. Here we talk various theories of how it was expected that the nations would interact with each other and all. And then these are the first semester courses, and then once you enter into second semester, you learn other courses like how India's how India's policy towards other nation work, and how defense expenditure is done, and what kind of defense production is done. And then you talk about science and technology from the olden days to the present days. If you could notice through the topics and all, we talk about various disciplines. Call it engineering, call it sciences, call it arts. We talk about everything, and that is what this course is actually. It's complete multidiscipline. It doesn't matter which discipline you are from. It literally matches with every other discipline, and it literally you can pursue your own field. I mean, whatever discipline you are already in, using this course you can pursue it a little more better towards the defense side instead of just keeping it towards the regular normal ways. For example, I'm from a metallurgical background. Now, what would you might think? What would I have to do with a particular course called Defense and Strategic Studies? As I told you, we have a topic called Science and Technology, where we talk about initially we talk about wood steel, the Damascus steel, it's called wood steel, which is like the ancient one of the most famous steel that I mean it was taken from here. The production used to happen in India, and it was used to send to everywhere else all over the world for fighting because it was one of the most best metal that it has so much strength that basically it can cut through any kind of shields also. So the kind of that technology, how they even came up with such a material in the ancient period, is something that we still don't know because it was lost somewhere in the history. Once the Britishers entered, the production and everything went away, so it was lost somewhere in history. We still don't know. But thing is, regarding this field, there are a lot of things that I mean, a lot of things that are happening all over India. I mean, sorry, all over the world except for India. So, how do you expect people to understand our own cultural legacy and our own these things that we still don't try to learn what those are meant to be. Still, now Germany and other nations have started producing them in a different way. They use it for culinary, for their dishes and all to make the dishes for the blades and everything. They use these things. Just a minute, please. రెండో రౌండ్ లో నువ్వు కార్లో కూర్చొని వచ్చేసి కంటిన్యూ చేసుకుంటాను సార్ గుర్తుపెట్టి ఆయన చెక్ చేస్తాను సారీ pardon sorry for the disturbance here just I'm outside so yeah, I was saying. So German and other nations have started producing goods still for various other things. Okay, it might be culinary, fine, but they've started producing it. Then why didn't India even try to bring back such precious material that was actually meant for us? And then we have war rockets, which were used by Humayun and his son during while they fought British. They literally fought with British for 4 times, and they defeated Britishers for 3 times using these war rockets. But later on, that technology got lost somewhere in the making and all. The British, after the Britishers took over Humayun and the others, the whole Mysore area, the technology was lost. And this technology was actually again, it was seen in the V2 rocket. The first ever rocket people say that was made was called V2 rocket, but that actually uses the dynamics and the kind of material combustion and everything from the war rockets that was actually made in India. So you can see that there are a lot of inventions that have come from India, but because of how the history is written or how the analysis is done, which where it was written actually. So it forget history written. We didn't have any written history before Britishers. And though we had a lot of the written history, it was all burnt to ashes. So we lost a lot of history of ancient civilization. So that way it's synced with my concept of metallurgy and all how ancient materials and everything. So this is one aspect what I'm talking about. You take any particular discipline, anything, everything syncs with the defense and strategic studies. So you can also pursue your own field in this particular course. So that is something very good. And when I first joined this particular course 2 years ago, there were not many colleges in India, like consider 4 to 5 that give such course. And right now there are above 40 colleges that have started this course. So I'm pretty sure you'll get a good, decent, what you call position somewhere. So yeah, I hope you can try getting this course. And if you have any kind of doubts or anything, we can happily go ahead with that. I mean, if you have any kind of questions or something, I'll be able to clarify you here. And even if you have any more doubts regarding the courses and all, you can also contact me at my Instagram or even at my mail ID, which you will be getting in the chat box anyway. Uh, and one more thing regarding this particular course, most of the colleges that offer this course are offering it from Central University's Common Eligibility Test. Central University's eligibility test right now, it's not Common Eligibility Test, CUET, PG courses. And the deadline for that courses is June 19th. So I hope you guys, if you are really interested, you can give it a try. You have an exam, you got to qualify that first anyway. So try to apply this course if you are really interested to it. And if you have any more doubts regarding the course, I'll be able to answer here. Yeah, the floor is open for questions. Thank you.
If anyone want to ask question, just you can. I think no question, so we can conclude it.
Yeah, if you have any questions regarding defense and studies course, I'm open to answer them. So yeah, just put your question in the comment box, or you can also ask Dean Controls to add you in the live. It's fine.
I think there are no questions.
Okay. Okay, if you have any questions in the future, just ping me at my Instagram, or you can also go through this mail ID. I'll be putting it in the chat box. So you can also mail me, or you can also ping me in Instagram, so I'll be able to answer your questions. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya. So this is the end of the first session of Ask Me Anything. So till the next session, stay tuned.
Thank you.